In the Western English lexicon, the word liberal has many positive connotations among our apolitical, non-ideological population. To most ordinary people, the word liberal means easygoing, open-minded, and live and let live. It means all of the things classical liberalism meant hundreds of years ago. To more politically engaged and observant people, the real definition of liberal means nothing similar to what it used to. In reality, liberalism has morphed into cultural Marxism, authoritarianism, and collectivism. The average normal person wouldn't know this unless they were truly engaged and active in understanding politics and political ideologies. The word liberalism has been framed by media and academia as a positive description of tolerance, inclusivity, and liberty, when in fact it represents none of these things. These same media and academics have framed the word conservative to mean authoritarian, intolerant, and backwards, when in fact it is none of those things. Even the average person might be noticing that while self-proclaimed liberals are trying to censor speech, punish cake bakers, and call everyone that they disagree with racist, self-proclaimed conservatives and right-wingers are actually encouraging free speech, peaceful assembly, rule of law, and individualism. What a strange contradiction to everything your beloved mainstream news media and university professors have been teaching. So what does it really mean to be conservative? Well, to be conservative means to conserve or to preserve. Unlike what the media would have you believe, conservatism isn't about conserving things and customs that are wrong, ineffective, or immoral. Conservatism is about conserving and preserving things, traditions, and customs that have value, have worked, and have made the world a better place, despite modern liberals thinking that many of those things have made the world worse, like free speech. Unlike modern liberals, who believe society must be collectively transformed to be better, conservatives believe that society can only be made better by making each individual better, one by one and personally. Some conservatives believe that this can be done by instilling strong values, principles and traditions that help preserve and build each individual's personal and collective worth and character. Ideas like personal and individual betterment being fundamental in building strong and functional societies are a big part of what it really means to be conservative. To be conservative means wanting to conserve value and meaningful traditions, like Thanksgiving dinner, family game day, or church on Sunday. To every conservative, these traditions may be different or mean different things, but they all have some sort of value that makes them worth preserving. To different conservatives, different traditions bring families and communities closer together and are worth fighting for. It is also important to remember how so many of these valuable traditions and principles have made the United States and Canada two of the world's most prospering societies. While many liberals work to strip away many of these valuable traditions, conservatives have been fighting to keep them because they have so much value and have made us who we are. Many conservatives today are fighting to conserve the valued traditions of democracy, due process, rule of law, and free speech. This is what it means to be conservative. Fiscally and financially, being conservative is far more simple. Fiscal conservatism means conserving money by spending less and taxing the individual less. Oftentimes, this aggravates the modern liberal because it requires cutting government and eliminating or reforming ineffective and expensive social programs. It also means making the government smaller, which, to the horror of modern liberals, goes against the collective mentality that government is the only cure for social corruption, crime, and indecency. Again, to conservatives, social corruption and decline can only be solved by building and encouraging strong, virtuous, and productive individuals. Being conservative means to value and to conserve money, individualism, freedom, and valuable traditions. Yet, for political reasons, our mainstream media and academia have taught the opposite. Sadly, modern liberals have been wrapped, packaged, and sold as virtuous and progressive, when in fact it is an authoritarian, regressive, and inclined toward collectivism. It's okay to be conservative, and it's about time for ordinary people to accept and be proud of their own innate conservatism. This isn't something you would hear CNN tell you, but it's true. Inside each and every single one of us is an innate understanding that Christmas morning with family is important, that due process and the rule of law are what hold society together, and that keeping all of the things that have made us better is one of the most important things we can do to conserve our current way of life. This is what it means to be conservative, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. Conservatives play an essential role in shaping and protecting the things that have made North America one of the greatest places in the world. The only question to ask yourself now is, can you be fearless and bold enough to tap into your inner conservative and proudly display it for the world to see? We think you can.